fire burning. Chase your dream, don't hesitate. Keep on dreaming, keep on yearning. Don't let the flame die while you wait.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Artist Spotlight with Ralph here on Rockin' the Valley. Tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Lehigh Valley's Brian Kidd. Brian, how are you tonight, buddy?
Doing great, Ralph. Thanks.
Pleasure to have you on, man. Looking forward to hearing what you got for us.
Thank you.
I know we talked a little bit. You got some original music here to play for us tonight, huh?
I do. I have some original music I play on guitar and some original music I play on cello.
Okay, fantastic. I know it's been a while since I've seen you perform anywhere. I was kind of, I guess, in awe of some of the stuff that you did on the cello, some of the covers you did.
Thank you.
I think I remember you doing a Zeppelin song at an open mic night one night.
Yeah, at the Shanty.
Yeah.
19th.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, wow, on cello, this is awesome. Like, really enjoyed it. So, you've been playing out much?
I have actually. I just booked a couple more shows today. I just booked Valentine's dinner at Seven Sirens Brewing in Bethlehem.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and then I'm doing the Shelby over at the Crocs Road, the Crossings in April. So it was a little slow with the COVID, but it's picking back up.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited.
Seven Sirens, a great place to play. Always enjoy playing there.
Yeah.
Definitely, you'll have a good time there. Valentine's Day, you were playing there, right?
Yep.
Sunday. Okay, cool. I'm there the Sunday before you. So.
Oh, nice, man. All right, I'll try to come out and see you then.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh man, well,
Who wants to watch the game anyway, right?
that's right. I want to watch music.
As soon as the Eagles didn't make the playoffs, I was done. So
Right.
I don't really care who wins, and I'll be home in time for the second half anyway. So not a big deal. So it's been a little slow for you though, the past several months.
Yeah, but I look at it when you play local or any kind of music, you work for yourself. It's really what you put into it. So I mean, I could have pushed a little harder even with the shutdowns, and I blame myself for not. So it's cool. I don't ever blame the virus or any of that stuff. So there was some stuff you could do. I could have done some more Zoom. So I really appreciate you having me on though. This is going to be awesome. So
yeah, cool. I hope we get a lot of viewers tonight, and you get to share your music with a whole lot of people. We're not just local. I mean, I know it started out that way. Rockin' the Valley started out that way, but we're pretty much worldwide at this point. I know Ange has had some guests on from Europe and from Australia on her show, so I know we're getting viewers over there. We're getting viewers all over the country. So, and I've brought some people on that are not exactly local either. I've had some guests on from South Carolina. I got somebody from Florida lined up. I got some Tennessee people lined up. So,
awesome.
the focus is on music and hopefully original music most of the time. Not necessarily always local music, although I would say 75% of my guests are going to be local. But I'm going to bring in that occasional guest from somewhere else, and so and hopefully people in other parts of the country are watching too, so that we might know you around here. They may not know you in Chicago. So, hey, if you're watching in Chicago, check out Brian Kidd. Anyhow, what do you have lined up for us first?
So I'm gonna play. The song is called Backwards, and it's about being different, maybe being a little bit, on the odd side. But I realized that when we had this crazy pandemic happen, that this is now the COVID anthem. So it is called Backwards.
Backwards. Gotcha.
Yep. All right. Goes like this. I'm a backward sort of person with a backward state of mind. Sucks for me, but it's okay, cause I'm used to being left behind. I try, but I can keep up with the hype most every day. So when I just sit back and think about it, there's just a few things that I could say. You can live your life for someone else, or live your life off for yourself. Cause no matter what, it's just you at the end of the day. When you're a backward sort of person in a backward sort of time, who can you really turn to if you don't want to get left behind? Well, everyone is so full of most every day, so you gotta think for yourself. If you don't want to get swept away, you can live your life for someone else, or live your life off for yourself. Cause no matter what, it's just you at the end of the day. Well, you can live your life for someone else, or live your life on for yourself. Cause no matter what, it's just you at the end of the day. Well, you can live your life for someone else, or choose to live it for yourself. Cause no matter what, it's just you in your very own way. Right. So that's back.
Fantastic, sir.
Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Thank
Love
you.
that little riff you're playing during the. Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah, that's
Pretty awesome.
Fun.
Do you have music out anywhere that people can go listen to?
Yes. So I have music, all original music. I made an album with my old band, but I mean I am singing the song. So it's called, the band was called White Oleander.
Okay.
That's Oleander, and that song is on Spotify, all the regular iTunes, Google Play, all those regular. And then I have some new stuff that I put out. Another song I'm gonna play tonight on SoundCloud. Just Brian Kidd on SoundCloud.
Okay. So that's the only place they can find your actual solo stuff. SoundCloud.
I'm sorry. I have solo stuff on YouTube as well. Can I
Okay.
get you the link then, or I should have probably had that ahead of time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can put the link in the. Can I paste the link in the chat, or?
You can paste the link in the chat here, or you can paste the link in the chat on YouTube
Okay.
after the show's over.
Oh, perfect. I'll do that.
We can't put a link on YouTube because then it becomes supposedly it's not kid friendly anymore, and
Interesting. All right.
yeah, and they block it, and you can't share it or anything like that. So we learned that lesson a few weeks ago when I had another guest on, and we posted their link right on the video, and YouTube made it not shareable because it was quote unquote, it didn't meet their kid-friendly standards.
Community standards. All right.
Yeah. So, but you can certainly post it in the comments.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ralph. Yeah, I definitely want to get the music out there.
Shoot me the link to the YouTube and I'll share it.
Absolutely.
You know, I just posted a YouTube playlist on Voices of the Valley the other day, with all local artists' YouTube videos, and I'm doing that once a month. So if you shoot me your YouTube link, I'll make sure I get a song from your YouTube onto the post in February. So
Awesome.
and we'll get it out there. But in the meantime, I can share it.
Cool.
I can share it from my page and everything else in the meantime. So
Absolutely.
all right, cool. So we'll get the word out. So YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud,
Yes.
Bandcamp. No, yes.
I'm not sure if there's anything on Bandcamp. I haven't logged into Bandcamp for a while. So.
Okay, and Facebook. Is it Brian Kidd Music or just Brian Kidd?
It's Brian. It's Brian Kidd. Yeah, because it's what I have my music page, which is Brian Kidd, and a picture of my face, and my personal page, which is Brian Kidd, and also my face. So
okay. Well, yeah, Facebook makes that distinction. It'll say musician band, and
yep.
You know how many people like your page and whatever, and so people will know to click on that for your music page. And
yep.
then the other one obviously is your personal page. So, and I think I follow both. So. We're good there.
Absolutely.
All right. So you said you had another original song on your guitar, or?
Yeah, I have another original on the guitar. This actually is pretty old, but I kind of forgot about it. I wrote it when I was like 16, I think, and I just brought it back this past summer. And this is the one that I just released on SoundCloud.
Oh, cool.
And
right.
I just wanted to say about it because it's pretty fun. I obviously play cello, but I also just started learning how to play stand-up bass. So the song on SoundCloud, the song I'm about to play, when I recorded, it's obviously on acoustic guitar, but then there's also a cello solo in the middle, and the whole song has a stand-up bass for bass instead of bass guitar. So I thought that was pretty sweet, like kind of a folky, but still kind of classical, interesting vibe. So I will definitely post a vibe, a link.
A vibe, yeah. Cool. Sounds awesome.
But yeah, so the song's called Inside. And goes like this. There's a feeling in my chest, all these thoughts I can't digest, and there's something in your eyes that makes me feel so lost tonight, and this I can't deny as my heart beats to the sky, cause the reality sets into me. It's telling me what I should be, and the thoughts keep coming back in my head as I lay alone at night in my bed in a state of confusion, accusing no trust. Sit there and wonder, but this I must. There's a part of me that wants to see you and me being happy. Well, there's times I know I'm down, and there's times that I just frown. There's times I know I'm happy, and times I know I'm sad. There's times for fun and games, and a time for making claims. There's time to look inside of me if I could only say. There's times I know what's coming, and times I can't see through. Sometimes like this I'm mystery, living try and lock that close. And my thoughts keep coming back in my head as I lay alone at night in my bed in a state of confusion, accusing no trust. Sit there and wonder, but this I must. There's a part of me that wants to see you and me being happy. Touch our lives, some people who could have. There are people we forget, and there's people we regret. But through it all, we try to see who is our friend, and then I'm me. And the thoughts keep coming back in my head as I lay alone at night in my bed in a state of confusion. confused and no trust. Sit there and wonder about this I must. There's a part of me that wants to see you and me being happy. Sometimes it's far too much too late, or maybe simply out of date. You think it will be forever, but run around that's all things, and the thoughts keep coming back in my head as I lay alone at night in my bed. State of confusion, confusing, no trust. Sit there and wonder, but this I must. There's a part of me that wants to see you and me being happy. There's a part of me that wants to see you and me being happy. So that's it.
Cool. Looking forward to hearing it with the cello and the bass.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
I like it. I think it's a good arrangement.
Yeah, cool. Very nice. Very nice. So, are you getting to play your original music when you're playing out?
Yeah, usually, I mean, I try to get people's attention with covers that I know they'll know. They know that they'll sing along and stuff. And then when I know I really have, and you know how it is, when I
Yeah.
really have their attention, then I feel the room out. If I like a song like that, I don't play that song very often, but the backwards, that first song, I play that song at almost every show. As soon as I know I have attention, I play it because it's fun, it's fast. There's that little riff you mentioned in there that's pretty fun. So yeah, I mean, you know, you slip the originals in between when people are paying attention.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we try to do. And hopefully they pay attention to the originals. And
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, starting off with them is like, I never heard this
never do
song.
that. I don't think I've ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say you'll lose them right away.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
so
But that's just how it is.
that's it. Draw them in with some good covers and then throw an original at them here and there. So it's nice to get to play a show where it's all originals, but that doesn't happen all that often. So, you know, when you get into a little listening room, a coffee house, or you know, a live music venue where that's what they're doing is all original music, then it's kind of cool. But those gigs are few and far between, and they don't pay the bills. So
No, but the covers do. So
the covers pay the bills. Yeah,
I learned that the hard way for many years. So
yeah, yep. It's nice though every now and then to get to an open mic night and do some original music there. So
yeah, absolutely. Definitely. But yeah, so I as we were saying, I have I have a couple originals on the cello. I mean, I like to. I usually have a lot of fun. I play a System of a Down on the cello, and that usually goes. That's kind of harder, you know, metal, punky kind of stuff. So that would usually do some Linkin Park. But yeah, I mean, I have some pretty fun stuff on cello too. So
I have a feeling from what little I've heard from you. I mean, I haven't seen you play live that often, but maybe a couple times. And I have a funny feeling you pretty much can make anything sound pretty good on the cello.
Oh, thanks, Ralph.
I heard so.
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to hearing it.
All right, let's see this one. All right, this song is called "Love You Better," and I'm actually recording this one. This is also going to have stand-up. I'm on this like new kick with stand-up bass. I'm having so much fun because
cool.
You can play it with a bow. Not too many people play it with the bow, but I do like the regular, the traditional way to play stand-up bass when people with the fingers. But then I play with the bow, and it's really cool. You can like mix it up. So, but for now, we'll do some solo cello.
Cool.
Just this. All right, this song. Yep. Again, the song is called "Love You Better." There are a few thoughts inside my mind I feel I must express. I know it seems I haven't tried, but I swear I've done my best. Holding on to silly knickknacks, sitting all alone. Minutes to hours of anticipation, waiting by the phone. Why do I love you more when you're gone? My heart breaks when you're away for too long. Seems like I'm living a world where reality fades and fantasy takes on a life of its own. As days nearby, I promise I'll try to love you better. Waking up to sunlight on the wall as you kiss my face. Look into my eyes and smile for a little while and tell me, why do I love you more when you're gone? When you're gone, my heart breaks when you're away for too long. Seems like I'm living a world of reality, facing and fantasy takes on a life of its own. As days enter by, I promise I'll try to love you better. So tell me, oh, why is it whenever you leave, I'm stuck inside my head still with you, oh, but somehow it's different today, today. Na 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 na. Swear I'll try to love you better. Why do I feel like I love you more when you're? Swear I'll try to love you better. Why do I feel like I love you more when you're? Swear I'll try to. Why is it whenever you leave, I'm stuck inside my head still with you? Why is it whenever you leave, I'm stuck inside my head still with you? Oh, why do I feel like I love you more when you're gone? So that's Love You Better.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
I keep forgetting to hit the unmute button. I mute while you're playing so that I don't make any noise in the background. Then I go to talk and go, oh, wait a minute, I'm muted. Not too bright sometimes.
Oh, this techie stuff, man.
Yeah. So, the only time I've ever seen you play in person, you played the cello, but you play the guitar. Now you're playing the bass guitar, the upright bass. Where did you start?
Well, I started when I was 9. I just always liked the sound of strings plucking. I used to pluck the spindles on the banister, our stairway banister, when I was like really little. I remember we made a shoebox guitar with a rubber band. So I started when I was 9 in 3rd grade, and like just with the instrumental elementary school program. And then I just I got a little more serious in middle school, and then high school. I started studying private lessons with Debbie Davis, who was she's an amazing cellist. She played with the PA Sinfonia. So yeah, but I always was more drawn to rock and roll and like the kind of raw punky stuff than like music and playing in an orchestra. So I love classical music, but I've always been more drawn to rock and roll. So.
And cello is the instrument you started on?
It is. Yep.
Okay. All right. When did you pick up the guitar?
When I was 15.
And then now you're just picking up the upright bass?
Yeah. Upright bass is funny. I don't know if you know, but it's tuned the same way as a bass guitar.
Right. Yeah.
bottom four strings of a guitar. So you know where the notes are. Like anyone that plays guitar could teach themselves pretty quickly. But it's just
Right.
like, for me, I was like, oh, I really got to incorporate the bow into this. And so I was like, oh, it's like a big cello, but it's not a big cello. The calluses that you have to form on your finger, oh my goodness, the upright bass will rip your fingers apart if
Yeah.
you really play it hard. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So it's interesting.
Yeah. I started out as a bass guitarist
Okay.
and then went to the six string and I pretty much play the guitar almost exclusively now and still have my bass. I still like to play it. Every now and then I'll break it out and start, running off some bass lines just for the fun of it. But
Yeah, that's awesome.
my brother's a bassist and um, I always say he's the best bass player on the planet. That might be a little bit biased in my opinion, but he's my brother. I
Yeah, I didn't
gotta
know
pump
you
him
were a
up that way. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and he plays bass on my albums, but every now and then I like to break it out when we're playing live. If I do a show with a full band, I'll bring my bass and I'll play a few songs on the bass.
That's
But
awesome. Yeah, I didn't know you were a bass
the
player.
upright bass, I'm just like, how do you do this? Like, I, I, I don't know a whole lot about it. My brother's got an upright bass and it's fretless, and I guess that's the thing that scares me is like
Yeah.
it's fretless. So I'm gonna hit the wrong, just like the cello.
Just like,
You
yeah,
know?
it's muscle memory eventually. And I mean, I don't know. I don't always hit every single note perfectly. That's just what's gonna happen unless you're like a robot.
Yeah. Yeah, he never seems to miss a note, but I'm like, and he's got a couple fretless bass guitars. It's like
Oh, fretless bass guitar. Yeah, that's all.
like why, but he does it. So
Yep.
I don't know if I'd ever be able to do that, but I guess if I practice enough and focused enough on it, yeah, I
Absolutely.
could. But I marvel at the way he plays it and go, how can you do that? There's not even any frets on there. How do you even know where your fingers are?
Yeah, you just
Same thing with the cello. Like, how do you know where your fingers are?
Yeah, it's actually it's interesting. You don't hear it too often. It's a lot like singing. You don't have frets or keys for your voice. Your vocal. You just have to learn where the notes are. So
Right.
same thing. I think. I mean, similar concept. I always thought with fretless instruments.
Okay, that makes sense. Definitely. The cello, is it tuned differently than?
That's an awesome interesting question. Yeah. So the cello is tuned in fifths, like. And for the guitar players, we all know power chords. That's the rock and roll chord. You on the cello, because it's tuned in fifths. It's like drop D, but the whole instrument is a whole big drop D. So you just go. It's just a power chord by laying your finger down. It's awesome.
Ah, no kidding. Cool.
So, yep.
Just gotta lay your finger in the right spot to hit the right chord, right?
Which as you probably heard, I did not when I first tried that. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Gets you every time.
Awesome.
So,
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Instrument I never ever even took a look at. So.
Yeah, cello is interesting. It's actually in the same musical range as a guitar. It just except this note, the E, is the same as the bottom string on a guitar, and then it just goes down D and then down to a C. So really, it's like a guitar with a bow. People don't usually think about that.
A guitar with a bow and drop D.
And there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
I started out on the piano when I was a little kid, but I hated it. It was one of those things where my mom played the piano, so it was like, you're going to take piano lessons. And I was like, no, I'm not. I don't want to. But I did for a little while. And I wish now that I had stayed with it. I have so many people say, if you can play the piano, you can play anything. And I'm starting to believe.
Yeah, they call it the dictionary because it's all laid out in a row.
Yeah.
Orderly.
And now I'm starting to think, why didn't I do that when I was a kid? But, live and learn. So
yeah.
Maybe one of these days I will sit down at a piano and try and see what happens.
Yeah, man, it's never too late to learn.
Can't hurt.
I was teaching my son cello and he hates it. So
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know if that's going to continue, but
how old is he?
Oh, he's 13.
13. Okay. And he hates it, huh?
Oh yeah, and I thought, you know what? I know you hate it, but you'll be glad when you get older that you know how to play this instrument.
Yeah. Is he interested in music at all, or?
A little bit. I mean, I try to be totally honest. Like, yeah. My son is like a mini me. That's not. He's not a mini.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, you know, he likes the video games and all that stuff. So, but I said you're gonna play the cello anyway, so we'll see where it goes. But that just reminded me because you said your mom played the piano. Ralph, you're gonna play the piano.
yeah, exactly.
So, but
You know, not everybody's cut out for it either. So, you know,
yeah.
unfortunately, I have a son that is an excellent lead guitarist, and
Nice, nice.
and I can't play lead guitar to save my life, and I have a daughter that's really a very very good singer songwriter. She's more folky, but
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
she writes a ton of music. It's like,
Yeah,
where do you find time to write 30 songs this month? You know, like, what are you doing? But she does it.
that's impressive.
Yeah, she probably has more songs in her repertoire than I ever had in mine. But you know, um, it's what she enjoys doing. So you know, and it wasn't something where I tried to force it down her throat or hey, you got to learn how to play an instrument. You know, you either do or you don't. So um, for me, it was I didn't want to play the piano, but man, did I want to play the bass guitar, and that's what ended up happening. So you know, and then
Even when you were younger, you wanted to play bass.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So that's like your inner voice. It's your spirit instrument.
yeah, exactly. It's what I wanted to do, so that's what I'm gonna do, and you know, I use the piano to tune it.
Oh yeah, no, that's
There's
what
a
they
low E. Okay, there we go.
that's
All
what they
right,
do in orchestra. So yeah, man.
my
Absolutely.
bass is in tune now. I don't need this piano anymore. So
Yeah, you're only good enough to tune. That's fine.
yeah, exactly. So what do you got going for us next?
Well, we can do some what else? What other kind of? Well, I have another original, but it's kind of really slow and depressing. So I think maybe instead of that, I'll do the System of a Down song that I play out so often.
Oh, okay, cool.
It gets pretty awesome feedback. So the song's called Toxicity. Software version 7.0. Looking at life through the eyes of a tired love. Reading seeds is a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city. Now, what do you own the world? How do you own disorder? Now, somewhere between our secret silence and sleep. Somewhere between the secret silence and sleep. Disorder. Words spread like fires, like neighbors. Flashlight reveries caught in the headlights of a drum. Bleeding seed is a pastime activity. The toxicity authenticity of our city, of our city. Now, what do you own the world? How do you own disorder? Disorder. Now, somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Disorder, disorder, disorder. Oh, you, when you're on the world, how you own disorder. Now, somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Disorder, disorder, disorder. When I became the sun, I showed them into the man's heart. When I became the sun, I showed them into the man's eye. There's Toxicity.
Nice cover.
Thanks, man.
Cool.
Well, my strings went out there towards the end. You gotta. Oh, the show must always go on, though.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. So anyway, yeah, that one usually goes over pretty well. It's a little more fun when I'm like standing up and I can go a little crazy with the electric cello. But I thought for here with this stuff, we'll keep it like we'll keep it acoustic.
That electric cello is a pretty cool instrument.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
So you're playing in February and then nothing again until April, huh?
What do I have in March? You know, I have it right here. I can find out. I was just looking at it. So February 6th. Oh, you know what? In 2 weeks, I'm actually at the Gin Mill. Saturday the 6th, I'm at the Gin Mill, 7 to 10. And then the 14th, 6 to 9, 7 Sirens. I keep forgetting to get rid of this. Okay. And then actually, then I have some private shows in March. So yeah. But yeah, then nothing public again until April. April 3rd, I'm at 7 Sirens, and then April 22nd, I'm at the Shelby. So that'll be fun too.
Cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the Shelby yet. We'll see.
Yeah, the Shelby's pretty cool.
And 7 Sirens, you're there a couple times. That's good to see.
Yeah, seven Sirens is fun. So they really made like a lot out of that space there.
Yeah, for sure. I remember driving by there several times, and you know when it was just a parking garage, and seeing them laying the foundation for what they were going to do, and I know it took them a long time to get everything open, and there were some issues with getting equipment and all that stuff, and probably took them a lot longer than they wanted it to. But man, once they got it open, that space is incredible. And from what I understand, they're doing more stuff with it. So at some point in time, I think this spring or summer, they're supposed to have a rooftop bar. So
the 7 Sirens.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
Don't quote me on that, but I'd heard some talk about that. So
that's really cool. I know. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty awesome.
That'd be really exciting.
Yeah, and of course they have that little Airbnb on the second floor now. So,
that's right.
Yeah, if you're from out of the area and you have a few too many, go upstairs and crash for the night, and then drive home in the morning. It's pretty cool. So, be nice if a lot of places had something like that. Then you wouldn't have to worry about Uber, and you wouldn't have to worry about driving with too many, which you should never do.
That's true. That's true. That's at a brewery. That's at a brewery. That seems to be most of what's going on. So
yeah, exactly. So have a designated driver or call Uber
Yeah, man.
or find some place to stay for the night that you can walk to. Come back and get your car in the morning, you know?
Right. So
But,
what about you? You are you playing out these days?
I haven't had anything since the middle of December. My next gig is actually February 7th at um, at Seven Sirens. And then we're at the Iron Mule in Easton on February 12th. And I think we're at Weyerbacher towards the end of the month. So right now it seems like there's like three or four places that we're booked at every month. And it's, Seven Sirens, the Iron Mule, Weyerbacher. This place up in Carbon County in Lehighton called the Insurrection Distillery. We play there a lot. Um, so I'm trying to fill in the gaps, but like a lot of people, I haven't really pushed it that hard with COVID. I haven't
Yeah.
been nearly as aggressive trying to book shows, and I feel like I'm probably going to miss out on at least February and March, and maybe April by not being aggressive. By the time I start pushing it, which I should like yesterday, um, you
Well,
know, people are going to say, "Hey, we're all booked up for those months," and again,
yeah.
that's my fault for not being aggressive. That's
Well, it's
the
like we
way it
said
is.
earlier. It's however hard you push. So we just sometimes
Yeah,
we're pushing, sometimes we don't. So
yeah, and I mean, there have been periods of time where, especially like last year when everything shut down in March, I was real focused on writing, and I took that time where I didn't play out for like 3 months, and nobody went anywhere. I took that time to do a lot of writing, and then we started playing out again in June, and we were pretty busy right up until December, and December rolled around and more shutdowns, and you know, kind of, I guess, kind of lost a little bit of motivation instead of gaining it. I lost it this time, and
yeah,
it
yeah, I know. It's.
was kind of one of those things where I was just like, hey, here we go again, and
I hope we can really get this under control soon, man.
yeah, yeah, definitely, and it's just a matter of everybody working together, and that doesn't seem to always be happening. So
Mm.
it's probably going to take a little bit longer than we all want it to, and but I think eventually we'll come through it, and things will get back to normal or close to normal, and we'll be doing things again. I guess the silver lining is spring's coming soon, hopefully. Knock on wood,
Ah, yes.
and
Ah,
so places that aren't hosting live music right now, but we're doing it like outdoors, can start doing it outdoors again, and
yeah.
so there'll be more places popping up that you can play at and stuff. So it's time to get aggressive, I guess. And I'm probably going to. I keep telling myself I'm going to get motivated this week and do it, and you
Yeah,
know,
just send out a bomb of just a whole bunch of emails, just
yep,
a mass email to all the
eh,
places you played before.
yeah,
For me, um, that some of the most effective booking techniques is just actually walking in person. So
yeah, absolutely. You know, somebody contacted me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, you got to help me out, like get into these places. And I'm like, a lot of them. And one of the things that they said was, I'm sending messages through Facebook. That's like the last thing I do. You know,
Facebook, yeah, yeah.
a lot of places don't look at their Facebook message.
It seems
Um,
like it, yeah.
yeah. I'll start with the emails, and I'll try and find a person that I can contact, not an email that I can contact, but a person that I can contact at the venue and speak to that person face to face or on the phone. And it just look, they probably get bombarded with emails. I know when I was booking for Cave Brewing Company, I got 20 emails a day from people that wanted to play a cave. Um,
Okay,
I try.
in South Mall.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
tried to be diligent and answer every single one of those emails, but sooner or later you get bogged down, you get behind. And I think some people don't understand that. Like, oh, I emailed this place 20 times and they're never answering me. Well, have you stopped in? Have you dropped off a business card? Have you said hi in person?
yeah. Makes a huge difference.
Or even just make a phone call. Hey, who does the booking there? Great, fantastic. When do they work? Okay, I'm going to stop it and have a beer. You know,
Yeah.
and it works a lot better. You know, so we've played at a couple common places like Triple Suns. You know,
Yep.
I tried for like a year trying to get somebody's attention at Triple Suns.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
When
actually
went in, sat down, talked to Sarah, got booked a week later. You know,
awesome.
it's that simple.
Yeah, she's great. Triple Sun's.
Yeah,
I probably played at Triple Sun more than I played anywhere else in the
yeah.
Valley. That was because I got started there early, and then it just carried me through through most 2017, most of 2018, and yeah, I can't believe how much I've been playing. So
Really?
yeah, they're not really having anyone right now because of the you can't because of the capacity, the seating, the limited capacity. So
Well, you know they're putting a big addition on in the
yes,
back room.
yeah,
So
yep, that will also be exciting.
yeah, from what I understand, they're putting a stage in and everything. So you know they're going to start hosting live music. I think a little bit more often, but I don't think that's coming until mid to late February, early March, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, last time I talked to Sarah, I think it was they were starting construction in January and expected it to be about 6 weeks.
Oh,
So
okay. See, that's a lot sooner than I actually thought they were going to start. That's pretty
yeah,
exciting. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I haven't stopped down there for a little while. I should probably stop down and say hello. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll do that this weekend
Well, there you go. There you
since
go.
I won't be sitting home watching football. Maybe I'll stop down there and have a drink.
There you
see
go.
see what progress they're making and where we go from there. So, and if I find anything out, I will let you know.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I appreciate it, Ralph. Yeah, for sure, man.
So run down all your social media for us again, so that people that are watching know exactly where to get a hold of you.
Sure.
Anywhere. I mean, if you're on Instagram, Twitter, Reverb Nation, any of that stuff, run it down. Let everybody know where you're at, and then we'll listen to some more music before we check out.
Sure. So my Facebook is just Brian Kidd, BrianKidd. My music page is the same, Brian Kidd. YouTube, you can just search Brian Kidd cello, and then I usually come up right at the top there. And then my Instagram is at cello core, CELLOCORE, and the Twitter is at I believe it's at cello kid. Oh, well, I don't usually post on Twitter. I should get on there more often. Social media, I just don't really keep up with.
Yeah, it's
But
it's
yeah,
kind of tough to keep up with all of the social media. That's for sure.
and then
I'm
Sound.
not on Twitter anywhere near as much as I think I should be. So, um, made a lot of connections through Twitter, you know, music wise, and listened to a lot of bands that I probably never would have listened to if I wasn't on Twitter. Um, but I haven't been on there as much as I normally was. So
Yeah. Yeah, what is it? Is it Brian? I think, oh, you know what? It's Brian Kidd Cello. That's what Twitter is, at Brian Kidd Cello.
Brian Kid Cello at
Yep.
Twitter, on Twitter. Okay,
On
cool.
Twitter. And well, yeah, I mean, I put most of my, like, the first place I put my shows is always on Facebook.
Right.
SoundCloud, Brian Kidd on SoundCloud. So,
And you have music on Spotify as well, right?
and I have music on Spotify, yeah, but that's under White Oleander, which
Okay.
I don't use that name anymore because the band's not together, but it's also a really hard word to spell, and it was just, yeah, it was
Okay. So nothing under your solo name on Spotify?
there. No, not yet, not yet. I'm working
Okay.
on it. Not yet.
All right. Cool.
That no, yeah, I appreciate it.
Any plans on coming out with anything in the near future?
Yeah, that one song I played, the "Love You Better,"
Uh-huh.
one I played before, the System of a Down song. That one I'm recording right now, so it's just
Cool.
it's tough to stand up bass is hard. So when you don't play it for your whole life, so I'm working on getting that dialed in, and then once I'm gonna lay the bass track, kind of like you do it in any kind of multi-track, putting the bass track down and then and that's gonna be just bass and cello, no guitar, just stand up bass, cello, and my singing, and there's a drum track, so there's gonna
Okay.
be percussion too. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So what else you got for us?
I'm thinking. So what else do I have? What other good originals do I have? I haven't even. I have. Oh yeah. You know what? This is a good. This is another. I'm gonna play another guitar song because this is a cool song. I wrote this song for my daughter. Her name is Adelaide. So. All right, here we go. It goes like this. Well, my little flower, so soft and fair, you can count on me. Yes, I will be there to pick you up if you should fall, to pull you out if you're against the wall. I will dry your tears if you are blue, and throughout the years, you know that I love you. I let me surely promise you that not a day goes by when I can't help but think of you and how our time slips by. I worry that you'll forget me and that we'll never be peacefully happy. Well, my little star shining so bright, the whole wide world can see your brilliant light. I laugh and smile, blossoms the whole town. That smile speaks true as the joy abound. But let me surely promise you that not a day goes by when I can't help but think of you and how our time slips by. I worry that you'll forget me and that we'll never be. But let me surely promise you, not a day goes by when I can't help but think of you and how our time slips by. So please, my dear, remember me so we can someday be peacefully happy. Adelaide, 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 Adelaide.
Nice song. You wrote that for your daughter, huh?
I did, yep.
Cool. Good stuff.
Thanks, Ralph. Appreciate it, man.
So can I throw a request out?
Oh, I hope I know it. Sure.
I can't remember exactly what Zeppelin song you played at the shanty.
I was hoping we'd forget. You mentioned that earlier. I don't actually know any Zeppelin. I'm
I
trying
can
to.
swear you played Kashmir.
Well, I played Kashmir with a band years ago, but I never learned.
Okay.
I never learned the vocals for Kashmir. So.
Oh, okay. So you did an
point. Maybe you're thinking of House of the Rising Sun by the Animals.
No, that's not exactly Led Zeppelin now.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think. So it was definitely Led Zeppelin. Yeah, man. If it was Kashmir, it was probably years ago when I was with the band. Oh yeah, that's a good. That would be a good goal. I should definitely
learning the vocals.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think that night I saw you at the shanty, I think you did a couple songs that were instrumental. That's why I think that song's sticking in my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could very well be. So cool.
Yeah. Otherwise, I play some Beatles. I do Pink Floyd. So a lot of the classics. But yeah. Oh, let's see. I mean, I know. I do a lot of Green Day at my show.
We got time for one more, so whatever you feel like doing. How's that? If you have another original,
oh yeah,
another original.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what would be good. What are yeah. Because this is obviously we want to hear originals. So let me rack my brain really quickly here. Oh, what's one that I? All right, here we go. Got to get it in tune. All right. Yeah, all right. Here's a kind of old original too. It's called Letter. I've read your letter more than once or twice or even 3 times. I've looked at your picture so much, it's starting to burn in my eyes. The times we spent meant so much before, but not much right now. Kiss your letter back, picture with no regrets. First class stamped with ink and waiting for delivery. Yeah, tears running down my face. I feel stuck inside this place. Can't forgive and can't forget these memories inside my mind. Trying to forget all the times that we spent together. Last the smiles on our faces, we thought it would last forever. A whirlwind of thoughts flying through my mind, that we're not together. So here's your letter back, picture with no regrets. First class skipped with ink and waiting for delivery. Yeah, tears running down my face. I feel stuck inside this place. Can't forgive and can't forget these memories inside my mind. Here's your letter back, picture with no regrets. First class and stamped with ink and waiting for delivery. Yeah, tears running down my face. I feel stuck inside this place. Can't forgive and can't forget these memories inside my mind. So here's your letter back, picture with no regrets. First class skipped with ink and waiting for delivery. Yeah, tears running down my face. I feel stuck inside this place. Can't forgive and can't forget these memories inside my mind.
Great stuff, man. Great stuff.
It's called a song called Letter.
Brian, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Definitely
Thanks,
appreciate you coming on. Was great having you. Hopefully we got your music out to a lot of people.
I hope so, man. It was a pleasure. It was awesome.
We never know till the next day how many views we had, but
Okay.
it's streamed on an awful lot of different networks. So we always shoot for in the thousands, and hopefully we did that.
Yeah, man. And can we watch the show on replay then as well?
Yes, you can watch the show on replay probably about an hour after the show is over. It'll be on Rocking the Valley's YouTube channel, and tomorrow morning I will share it on my YouTube channel as well. So you have 2 places where you can watch it in the future. So if there were people that wanted to tune in and didn't get a chance to tonight, they can do it later on tonight, or they can do it tomorrow, and they can do it on either YouTube channel. Usually first thing in the morning, I'll move it over to mine. So, and that's easy to find, just Ralph Pagano Music, and it's right there. We're going to close out the show. If you could stick around after we go off the air for just a couple minutes, that'd be great.
Of course, man.
A couple things to go over with you. And then, again, Pleasure to have you on tonight. For you out there listening, again, this is Brian Kidd. Check him out on social media. Hopefully, you caught all that. Um, I caught it all. Okay, I didn't memorize it, but can always go back and watch it again, and I have most of it anyway. So we're already there with that stuff. Next week's guest will be Doug Cates, and we will see you next Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock with another edition of Spotlight Artist Spotlight with Ralph here on Rockin' the Valley. Again, thanks so much to Brian Kidd. Thank you to Rockin' the Valley. We'll see you all next week.
You gotta keep the fire burning. Chase your dream, don't hesitate. Keep on dreaming, keep on yearning. Don't let the flame die while you